We have a shoulder exercise that's very dynamic in terms of how to get the shoulder blade and the shoulder to actually work really, really well. The way that we're going to achieve this is to go ahead and make a little bit of fist down here, and that provides a little bit of power, but not very much. It's just a little bit of power there. The next thing is you're going to drive the arm down as much as one can, and you're going to bring it up and around like a giant circle, but you're really focusing in through the whole process of getting a great rotation as much as you possibly can and really working all the muscles at the same time.
So I'm going to create a little bit of tension by squeezing, right? Only about 20% of tension. So my shoulders are down and back right now. What I want to do is start with pure elevation, bringing them all the way up towards my ears as far as I can. I'm going to squeeze and push them back as far as I can and down. There's my light 20% of effort squeeze, bringing that shoulder blade up as far as I can. I'm going to squeeze, squeeze, squeeze it down and back, make that big, big, big circle. Now I'm going down behind me. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Now it's all the way to the floor like I'm trying to punch through the floor with my fist. I'm going to bring that shoulder around. You should start to feel that pec a little bit. I'm going to bring it up, up, all the way up.
But here's a key. You have to maintain a very good postural integrity while you're doing it. You have to keep everything in play. If you don't, what ends up happening is that you're going to start to extend through the spine someplace. You're going to get some odd rotations going on. And that's what you want to kind of watch out for. So although we can say, hey, the guy's doing a shoulder circle with extra power, sounds good. But really, unless you pay attention to where you are in space and where the trunk is, the exercise or the mobility piece that you're trying to achieve won't get there. And that's why you have to pay attention to what's happening out there. Is that pretty good analysis there,
Yep.
Chuck? Okay,
Yep.
Perfect.
Do you want to talk about how to prevent some of that stuff?
Yeah, let's do that. Okay, I got a terrible problem. My thoracic spine is terrible, and I can't seem to stabilize my lumbar spine. So, hey, what can I do? I want to still get this.
Well, a lot of times you'll find that when people start to lift that arm up in places that they haven't been, they think of lifting that arm up and, oh, you know what? Oh, look, I got that arm up. Well, it's up, but only because you're side bending through your lumbar spine. And there we talk about the compensation again, how things happen. So there's ways around that. So we want to turn it into a little bit of core exercise. You can take something that reaches the floor, all right, like 2 yoga blocks, and I can create a little bit of tension, like I'm pushing into the floor on this side. So now when I lift this arm, if I keep that elbow straight, I can't side bend to get that elbow up. So now it's going to create like, oh, okay, my core is stable. Oh, you want it up there. Okay, now that starts to feel different because now I can start to move through without a compensation.
Yeah, so you took care of the compensation. And that's a great technique. Ultimately, though, you do want to be able to stabilize your core to do this type of motion.
Without the assistance.
Right, yeah. And it's not just for someone who's got an injury. This is just, again, this is all about how you get the most for throwing type of sports. Well, and also for climbing stuff, like climbing up ropes.
Oh, absolutely.
And things like that. Yeah,
if you're a rock climber, but ultimately, like what we're teaching over the course of last month to this month this is all for longevity. So it's not just oh, I want a heavier bench press or I want more pull-ups. It's you want a healthy joint for the rest of your life, for your shoulder, for your hip, for your ankle.
Yep.
I mean, those things are for life.
Exactly.